Good morning. My name is Dacia. I'm a plus-sized woman in my mid-70s. I have short hair and I'm wearing glasses if I'm awake. I'm a member of the Pastoral Care Circle, and it was my honor to co-facilitate with Reverend Michelle the virtual meetings of the Date with Death Club. And my pronouns are she and her. We begin by acknowledging that we are gathered on the traditional territory of the Neokanska people, known sometimes by the name Osage. The descendants of these people who were forcibly removed from this land by colonists make up the Osage Nation. We acknowledge their continued struggle for justice. This service will include some discussion of issues related to death. Please use your own judgment about appropriate self-care. The flaming chalice, beacon of reason and compassion, is a symbol of Unitarian Universalism. We light the chalice each Sunday and at other times to acknowledge and honor our commitment to our UU principles, including the free and responsible search for truth and meaning, justice, equity, and compassion. Following the lighting of the chalice and a brief reading, we will sing Chalice, Chalice, a lovely song composed by our own Emily McKinney. Our chalice lighter in the sanctuary is a mystery to me, but I'll bet you all will know. I don't have a view, so I'm hoping the chalice is being lit. Thank you. Thank you, chalice lighter. The words for our chalice lighting come from Ralph Waldo Emerson. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be.
Hi, I'm Roxanne. The opening words today are from the Reverend Naomi King. Transformation is life, including the transformation that results in death and decay. We can pretend that it is not so. We can hold on to denial and hold on to rage and hold on to bitterness and hold on to the illusion that somehow we are exempt from change or as perfected as we are going to be. But then the breaking comes, as it inevitably does. Transformation happens because it is part of life, no matter what we try, deny, or do. But I can choose how I adapt to and learn from the changes it brings. I can transform for bitter or better.
In our whole worship, I hear an echo. In our whole worship services, we focus on a particular song or hymn each month. We lean into learning it as a community, and over the course of each month, we join the choir in being immersed in music. For March, we are learning the song, Love Will Guide Us. The tune is traditional, and the words are from veteran singer-songwriter Sally Rogers. Love Will Guide Us is number 131 in the Gray Hymnal. You're invited now to rise in body or spirit to sing.
Hello, my name is AJ Fox. I use she and they pronouns. I am the Director of Religious Education here at First UU. And while I am approximately the same way I always am, which is like redheaded and freckled and pale skinned, the most important part today is that my tights have tiny skulls all over them that are made of flowers. So like intersection, I'm hitting it for this space and this message today. All right, which is relevant because the service today is the creative work of a team of people who have worked together to create and share and participate in the Date with Death experience over the last year. This work is important and it is simultaneously vulnerable. The work of preparing for your own death is part of this discussion. We invite you all to do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself in this space today. The Channing room just outside, when you walk in the front door, right on the right, that has a screen and monitors and sound. So if you want to participate but want a little more space, that is available. And the wiggle room downstairs will be available for anyone who wants to add a little movement to their experience. Coincidentally, I'm about to go down to the wiggle room. If anyone would like to join us, you are more than welcome to do so. And from there, we'll go to the Date with Death message. Thank you so much, friends.
All right. I'm glad we weren't assembling an elephant today because I had only part of the assembly specifications. So my list had me next. Sorry to jump the gun. I'm David. I'm wearing a green shirt in deference to St. Patty's Day. And I've chosen to present my spin on The Appointment in Samarra. It's an old Middle Eastern folk tale, and it's been referenced in literature and philosophy quite a bit over the years. And it illustrates the concept of fate or inevitability. The story goes like this. One morning in ancient Baghdad, a wealthy merchant sends his servant to the marketplace to buy figs. The marketplace is crowded and noisy. The servant, we'll call him Rashad, is anxiously seeking the fig vendors when he collides with a tall, shrouded figure. Rashad is startled and then terrified to see that the person he jostled into was death himself. Rashad tripped and fell, picked himself up, and ran like the wind back to his master's house. Master, please lend me your fastest horse. I was in the marketplace and I was jostled by death himself. I must flee to Samarra. Death will never look for me there. The merchant obliged and lent Rashad his fastest horse, a young long-winded black gelding. Thinks the merchant. Baghdad to Samarra is 25 farsakhs, a long way for even a young, long-winded black gelding to travel in one day. I'm not sure exactly how far 25 farsakhs is. I think it's 75 or 80 miles, but it's a long distance indeed for a hot-blooded Arabian horse. As Rashad bolts away, the merchant decides to visit the marketplace for himself. When he arrives, much of the earlier crowd has dispersed, and as he nears the fig vendor, sure enough, there in the shade of a tent flap was Death themselves leaning on their staff. Death, this morning you jostled my servant and startled him half out of his wits. What's the idea? 1,000 pardons, please, master, Death replied. It was your servant who startled me. I was not expecting to see him this morning, as I have an appointment with him tonight in Samarra. So the story is often interpreted as a metaphor for the inevitability of death. No matter how one might try to evade it, it's a reminder of the futility of attempting to outrun fate and the idea that death is an inescapable part of life. And now we're going to hear from Mary.